What is up, folks? This is GuitarFlat, and welcome to a slightly overdue episode of Call of Duty Black Ops 2. So, today I've got a class put together that I've been running quite frequently as of late. This is probably going to be a permanent setup for me. But it's also very uncharacteristic for me, because as you can probably kind of tell here, unless you're unfamiliar with the game, sniping. This is a sniper rifle. Now, albeit this class is set up for the SVU, which is probably the easiest sniper to pick up, I think. The pros to this sniper rifle is it's actually semi-auto, and it has a good rate of fire. But to balance out the high rate of fire and, as you can see here in the description, the low recoil, the damage is a little less than ideal for sniping. It's very difficult to get a one-shot kill with this gun, unless it's a headshot. Whereas the other ones, the other sniper rifles are designed to be very high damage, but the issue is rate of fire. For example, DSR has a lot of damage, but the rate of fire is miserable. And then the Ballista also has a very high rate of fire, but it's just slightly quicker than DSR, and there's a few trade-offs between the two. Now, the XPR, this one's another semi-auto sniper rifle that is pretty deadly in terms of damage. This one, the semi-auto comes at the cost, though, of the recoil. You can't quite be so fast with the XPR as you can be with the SVU. But for just kind of getting my feet wet into sniping, I set up this class with the SVU. We're running the ballistic CPU and the variable zoom. Although the variable zoom can be traded off for dual band. I don't have dual band unlocked here. The reason I run the variable zoom is it's a little flexible with the ability to zoom in and out of it, but I hardly actually use the in and out zoom. As a sidearm, the cap. Because the sniper rifle provides all the long-distance shooting. But for mid, I wanted a fast sidearm that I could depend on, so I went with the cap. And then the tack knife is thrown in as an attachment for the very close-range situations. I mean, when someone's right on you, the tactical knife is very fast melee. And then perks. Perk 1, you could probably actually ditch perk 1. I put hardline to try and get cycle through to a UAV faster, to help me know where people are coming from and line up sight for sniping. But you could probably ditch the hardline for something else. Then there's toughness. Toughness is trying and keep myself on target if I'm getting shot. Tack mask, something else I could probably change up. That's just for when I'm moving around, because when I'm not sniping, I do kind of get nomadic, and I start moving from one spot to another to get a better sniping position. And so when I'm moving with the cap, I like to move fast. So the tack mask lets me keep that mobility high. I don't get slowed down by shock charges, which is a tactical that I'm running. Shock charges or flashbangs, anything of the sort. And then I'm running the claymore as well. These two, the lethal and the tactical, they let me set up a position to kind of bunker down. But both of them I can pick up and move whenever I need to move, if needed. However, I've kind of forgotten to pick up and move those. Here in a second, I'm going to take off and leave all the good stuff on the ground. But that's okay. I forgot to clarify that this is not the standard team deathmatch. This is Arms Race, which is a variant that's been in the playlists for a little while now, and where kills are worth 150 points instead of 100 points. So it's basically like kill confirmed if you're always confirming kills. The idea behind the playlist was to try and get more score streak action. It's a lot of fun though. I mean, it pretty much has a standard appeal team deathmatch does, but the twist of extra score streak is pretty nice. As you can tell, I do a lot of weapon switching with this class. For situations where I'm moving, you gotta have that cap out. Boom. Orbital VSAT. Oh man. As you saw there though, there was a bit of a... I like to kind of double tap with this gun, because I mean you can afford to. The clip's large enough that you don't have to worry too much about being conservative with ammo as long as you're not being, you know, batshit crazy, pulling the trigger like a madman. You know, if you keep things controlled, and you don't want to pull it too rapid and too crazy. Like there, I kind of went a bit fast because even though this this gun has tight recoil, it's, you know, it's not perfect. So there I go. I died. I got 8 in 1. You know, that's not bad. 8 kills, 1 life. Somebody, however, on our team is just destroying. They're getting all the kills. I mean, arms race. They pushed the Warthog fast. Now, what I kind of don't like about this class is, since I'm not running Scavenger, I don't have a real good way of picking up ammunition. A lot of times, especially if I'm put in situations where I have to run around with the sidearm a lot of times I end up having to pick up other people's guns. Here you go, close quarters, tack knife. So, there's many a situation where I've had to pick up, you know, a gun and try and use it, and sometimes that can be hit and miss, you know. Some people put together really good guns. Other people put together classes that really support a gun, and if I pick up a gun in that situation, we'll have a very vanilla weapon. It's not very useful for me. So, that might be an option to drop. I could drop perk 1 and perk 3, and take perk 2 greed, and pick up scavenger as well as toughness. But that would make me a slightly more stationary sniper, which is not something I want to do, especially with the SVU. Maybe with the bolt action ones, it might be a good idea to drop those options to take up the scavenger. But then, I mean, the whole point of having scavenger is to get more ammo so I can continue to be nomadic. So it's all catch-22. You know, there's pros, cons, trade-offs. It's all pain. But all in all, keeping my deaths down, trying to keep my kills high, putting that cap to use, and getting another VSAT. Love it. Reason why running all the VSATs, trying to get all of the, you know, crazy killer medals for team deathmatch, even though I'm playing arms race. You know, the 15 without dying and 20 without dying. Having a higher sense of where enemies are really makes that possible. But there's the final score, 16-2. Awesome. 8 KDR, love it. So, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Me trying something a little odd. Next episode, we're going to have another really weird loadout. Probably one of my personal favorites, and another one that, man, it just might become permanent lineup. But, as always, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Till next time, hasta luego.